Hello, my name is Jim Mullany, and behind the camera we have the beautiful Caitlin Yates. Today is Monday, October 14th, 2019. Today I'm doing a video inspection of two remanufactured semi-tool 270S spin rinse dryers upgraded to the Sitek SlickDevice state-of-the-art controller. We're quite busy in final test here. Here's one of the systems. The second system is right here. For the convenience of the video, I'll go ahead and run both at the same time, so we don't have to do two separate videos. And as you can see, and then as we're running, I'll talk about all these other tools. We do not give the information of our customers out on our website for their privacy, because these are uploaded to our YouTube channel, but their purchase order is 16492. This is a multi-system order. The customer is sending us a total of 9 of their 270 to upgrade. We're doing a complete refurbishment of the tools, so they are upgraded to like new condition, and they're all being upgraded with the state-of-the-art SlickDevice controller. The customer did some payback analysis in Europe, and the cost savings on the N2 for this is less than a I believe it's 32-month payback, which means after 32 months they'll start saving approximately $2,500 a year or so on the N2 savings, or about $2,000 if I check the numbers correctly. So what one system is set up for 4-inch and one is set up for 6-inch. These are the customer's rotors, so we're just going to leave those inside there. And then we have a typical process here. It's a 60-second rinse, 10-second purge, 90-second dry 1, 300-second dry 2. Let me check the other one over here. 60, 10, 90, 300, same process. So what I'll go ahead and do is get these started, then we can talk more about our remanufacturing process. So you simply load the cassette, like so, and hit start. I'll talk about the lights in a second. Over here, I'll just start this one real quick. There we go. Okay, as you probably saw on our light indicator, it was amber. Amber means the tool is ready to process. Green means it's processing. Blue at the end of it means you can unload me. And then if it's got a red, that means there's an alarm. And I'll talk more about the alarms. As you can see, the system's running very nicely. On our SlickDevice state-of-the-art controller, this shows you what's on. The low pressure purge is on and the rinse valve is on. And it's rinsing very nicely. So then what's going to happen in another 20 seconds, we're going to go into the high-speed purge. What that does is it blows any water out of the DI line so it doesn't drip back during the dry process. Then we'll go on to the elongated dry 1. Excuse me. The shorter dry 1, which is high RPM, that's meant to sling the water off of the substrate. And he also utilizes hot N2 and heater blankets and centrifugal force. Here's the purge now. You'll see we're going to ramp up very quickly. Look how fast we go from 500 to 1800 in less than 5 seconds. That is so much faster than the old semi-tools. It's amazing. So now we're in the high-speed dry. As you can see over here, we're also in the high-speed dry. Oh, we're in the purge. Now we're going to the high-speed dry, right at 800. We have 86 seconds left. So this one's running nicely too. So what happens is in a typical rinse and dryer process, the second step is called dry 2. It reduces the RPM back lower, and it utilizes still centrifugal force, hot N2, DI heater blankets, and then at that time the anti-static module comes on to destatize the chamber for particle control. There was lots of studies done on particles, and it's widely known knowledge that if you can lower your RPM, you'll always have better particle counts, or you should. So here in final test, to give you an example of what's going on, this system just was qualified, and we're having the crate arrive tomorrow to ship this one. I didn't say where these ones are going, but they are going to Germany on this multi-order project. Here's a system that's going to Germany. We just rolled it in. We're doing some of the final testing of it, and we're waiting for controllers. Here's a system that is an F model, as in Frank. It uses a brush motor. It also has been upgraded to SlickDevice controllers. We're doing the final testing before we put the skins on it for its video. Here's a tool that's for 300 millimeter and for a custom cassette and insert, which I'll show you. At Sitek, we just don't do rotors. We also do custom cassettes and inserts. So this insert allows this 6-inch rotor to downsize for this custom cassette that we designed. I'll put it back in there. So it shows you it takes less than 10 seconds to do a wafer change out. And we have inserts for all type substrates, round, squares, and so forth. Okay, now we're in the dry 2. This is a 300 second, which would be 5 minutes on the dry 2. What I'll do now Let's talk about a remanufacturing process and our support. So when we do a refurbishment of a customer's tool, it's the same quality as if we're building our own tool out of stock, in the sense that we break the tool down to the base model of frame, and we take out the bowls, we chemically process them and do a special bead blast process. We electric polish certain of the nitrogen manifolds and other of the metal parts. We start a complete dry build. We do new Teflon tubing, new pneumatic tubing. We rebuild all the valves. We check heaters for continuity. We upgrade most of our tools to the new SMC valves. And then once a tool is built in dry test, there's a quality control by a separate technician. Once it passes there, it's rolled into final test here. It comes in without the poly, more like this. In fact, it would just be a head assembly by itself on this table. It's then debugged in here. DI water's put to it. We check for any leaks, and then we go ahead and run it through multiple cycles. Have another separate technician do quality control, and once it passes that, it's put into its configuration. Like some of these are there right now. We do then 50 process runs. Once it passes that, we put the final skins back on it, and we get ready for the videos. So, talking about support, we have about 180 seconds, 3 minutes. If you go to our website at sitekprocess.com, you'll see on the left-hand side a variety of buttons. The first 7 are all semi-tool related. The first 3 are the tools we offer. The S model, as this one is, the F model, like this with the brush motor, and the traditional, which we don't have any of them in here right now, ST model. We still sell a lot of STs. The next 3 buttons are the spare parts for each. For reference, we have 100% spare parts for this tool. We build our own new motors, our new amps, obviously our state-of-the-art controller. We have new valves, new heater blankets, new everything. And then the same thing for the F model and for the ST. So on our website, you can find everything you need for your traditional semi-tool product line. The 7th button is spare parts we have on the SST and the SAT tools. Besides that, if you look further down on our website, you'll see we do a lot of metrology tools, particle counters, profilometers. We also do thin film measurement systems. We do high and low power microscopes. We are the #1 supplier of the floorware refurbished box washers. That's the 8000 all the way to 8030 class of cassette and box washers. We also do quite a lot of mass cleaners, the Ultra T, Ultra Tech, K&S, and so forth. So we have a wide range of tools. The semi-tool is our key product line, and obviously, as I think I stated before, we're the owner of Vertec now. So we are the OEM for all Vertec spinner and strier parts and software. We have about a minute and a half to go. So at the end of the process, what will happen is once it starts winding down, when it hits 70 RPM, it's called the rotor stop positioner. It's back here inside. There's a piston that shoots out. It has a roller on it. It's going to roll against the cam. It finds the flat, and it'll upright the rotor we call home position, which is 12 o'clock. Once it hits 0 RPM, I'll hear the door release, and I'll be able to open it. So right now, I can't open it. It's sealed. The only thing that'll be different is we'll be putting our Sitek stickers on here tonight. These tools are being shipped tomorrow. The company is coming to pick them up tomorrow to ship to Germany. So as you can see, we have a wide range. United States customers, Canadian customers, German customers, just right here in Final Test. So we are definitely an international company, and again, we believe we're the #1 remanufacturer in the world of rinser dryers. Okay, about 45 seconds to go. For reference, when you're in the dry cycle, the bowl heater, that should turn amber and green back and forth. That means the process switch is opening and closing as it hits spec, which is supposed to happen. You'll normally see it multiple times in the dry process. Once we're done here, I'll open up, I'll feel for hot end 2, make sure it's hot, don't want to burn my hand though, and then I'll check to see the wafers and cassette are nice and warm and dry. Okay, we have about 13 seconds to go. And there you can see the anti-static lights on. I'll also tell you about our alarms, even though there will be no alarms in this process because it's a good run, but I'll show you. Okay. At the end of the process, you can acknowledge the process 3 different ways. I'll show you in a second. I hear the other one just stopping too. Process complete, okay to open door. Complete, successful run. You can either hit acknowledge, open the door, or hit clear. They all acknowledge the process. I'll open the door. As you can see, it cleared. So if there was, now we're back to idle. If there was an alarm, that would be red flashing, and you would see the red, whatever the alarm function was, to be able to call your maintenance team. And if you had a problem, you can turn on maintenance mode. The maintenance mode cycles between colors, which means the tool is down for maintenance. Okay, let's go ahead and feel. Nice and hot. Cassette's nice and warm. Wafers look good. Let's go this one over here. This is a left hand, the door hinge, that was a right hand. Feel, yep, nice and warm. 6-inch wafers, cassette's nice and warm, wafers nice and dry. Bowl's nice and dry. Okay, so that will conclude our video source inspection of 2 each customers refurbished 270S spinner and dryers upgraded to the state-of-the-art Sitek controller. I don't go into detail on our controller now in our videos, because if you go to our YouTube channel, you'll see quite a lot of videos of all the testing, all of the capabilities and enhancements of this controller in much more detail. So please go to YouTube and Google Sitek process, and you'll see a lot on our controller. Okay, again, today is Monday, October 14, 2019. If there's any questions, feel free to call us at 916-797-9000 and ask for anyone in our sales organization. Thank you.